Alright, let's do it. Let's crank out one more video here. Spirits are feeling neutral, and our blessing is the blessing of friendship. Welcome back, everybody, to Stardew Valley, here on Fantasy Farm. Today is the day where we're going to go absolutely insane with the strawberries. So, we best be prepared. So the first thing that I am going to do is, of course, the routine. But there is going to be a fair bit to show, so I think I actually am going to show the full routine, plus this day is going to get skipped time-wise a fair bit, because we're going to get warped to the end of the day. So all the more reason to show off a little bit more than what we normally would. So I'm going to boost myself up, going to get Epona a carrot, boost her speed up. And now, let's see what we can do. Besides, it's been a while since I've showed the routine in full. I don't need the watering... Well, no, I will need the watering can for today, because I'm going to till the soil. But at the very least, I won't have to worry about the sprinkler situation anymore, so that's a plus. Also, our blue chicken has fully grown. There he is. That lovely little boy. Look at him. Or her. They always say her whenever you first get a chicken of any kind, of like, oh yeah, I'll send her to her home right away, so it makes sense since they are all egg-producing, I suppose. But I think they say that for all animals. Like, with the pigs, it doesn't really matter, I don't think. That's something that somebody that's more gifted with animals would have to tell me, is like, the whole truffle hunting pig thing. I assume male and female pigs can both hunt truffles. I can't think of why that wouldn't be the case, but I don't know. I'm not an expert. We'll have some more empty spots, it seems, as the cauliflower is done. I might hang on to some of these, depending on how my situation is looking in the spring chest, but we'll see. Down here, is there any forageable? No. This is only because of the forest farm where you have a chance to find forageables of the season, so if you do not have a forest farm like me, don't bother searching, because you're not going to find them. So that looks like all of the items, so now we're going to get to the soil tilling section once I put this away. Cauliflower, yeah, let's just add those, I think. We'll sell the rest of this. So move you up and out of the way. That is not what I wanted to do, but we just did it, so cool. That's still not what I'm trying to do. We could probably do individual tilling for these, I think, because there's not a lot of untilled spots. Like right there. There. It's not a big deal if we don't have the soil fully ready before we have to go, but like the more of it we get ready now, the less of it we have to worry about later. Nope. There you go. That one. Yeah, even with planting those, it's not too big a deal. It is primarily getting the tilled soil so I can look at the computer and go, oh, that's how many pieces I need to buy. Cool, I can do that. Let's focus on the tilling here. Yeah, we definitely won't be able to get them all fertilized, but we can definitely get them all watered at the very least. fix these little bits and bobs here, and we should be ready to go. So yeah, if you are going to do heavy farming like this, just be warned, any day where it's like, oh, new season, or exclusive crops like the strawberries, this is what your day is going to look like. It's going to be almost exclusively doing this. So just be warned if you're not a big fan of that, if you like to move around a lot. That could be a bit of a hassle. If you're in multiplayer, though, it might not matter. You might be fortunate enough to have somebody that doesn't mind doing all that, and so then that problem is taken care of. Oop, missed a spot there. I'm also quickly going to refill that watering can, since I will not be needing it anytime soon. Actually, I missed some spots down here. Here, roughly. Let's go ahead and fully water these. Keeping an eye on that clock up there. Alright, there we go. That is all of the tiles I want to plant anything on, so we are good on that front. It will just be putting down the fertilizer and putting down the seeds. So toss that clay away. And how many open tiles do we have? 446. Wow. We're going to be making a lot of money. Yeah, I should do that. I was going to say I should go around looking for the leaks, but we're running lower on time than I would like. Alright, 446, you say. I will do that. It's gonna look insane, but I am going to do 446 of these. We still have over 10,000 gold despite that. You got anything else in here that's new? Not really. I almost read that as lava flamingo, and I was very confused. You can taste my Carpro pie? What? It's the Egg Festival, isn't it? Ooh. Don't tell anyone, but we tried something different this year. Duck eggs in the custard. Interesting. You're gonna feed me some eggs, I'm gonna need some hot sauce, kid. Oh no, it's mostly salad this year. What am I wonder what would happen to my arms and legs if I ate 30 eggs a day. You know what? I kind of miss winter. It's simpler in a way. That's fair. My doe's allergies. Yeah, he's still got the allergies. I'll slip in a little later and have some scrumptious food. I'm eyeing that scrumptious-looking pie. Yeah, I think these lines have changed a little bit, so I do want to show these off. Be careful you don't accidentally take a raven's egg. They'll hold a grudge against you for the rest of their days. Yeah, they will. Everyone made eggs and leeks for breakfast, so I'm in a good mood. It may be a little boring, but these festivals are a good chance to connect with our neighbors. Do you have hens on your farm? I do. Oh, good. I'm sure they lay the most delicious eggs. Aye, on rainy days you'll find catfish in these waters. They're a challenging catch, but well worth the effort. I'm not a big fan of eggs, to tell you the truth. And that's fine, some people aren't. Ken always seems a little antsy during big gatherings like this. Think you'll win the egg hunt this year? The punch isn't as good as last year, it's missing something. Oh, I still need to get my photo taken to the bunny stand. Does my hair look okay? Yeah, it looks fine. Here I said little pants and hats for some of the eggs, they look adorable. Eggs are fine, but I'd advise you against 30 per day. Yeah, I would advise that as well. Feels great to be outside again after that long, cold winter, doesn't it? Yeah. Have you ever hunted for slime eggs? Now there's the true challenge. Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen one yet. Do you think I'm too old to do the egg hunt? Nah. I guess so. If I'm still having fun, why stop? Thought I saw somebody up here, but I guess not. I'm gonna try my best to win this year. I want to live inside a big egg. You really don't, my dude. You really don't. I think we've gotten basically everybody that's not the mayor. So let's get to it. Do you think everyone's ready for the egg hunt? Yes. Yes, let's start. And interestingly enough, the layout of where the eggs are has changed. It alternates years, so odd-numbered years will have the same egg hunt, and even-numbered years will have the same egg hunt. So if you go to year 3 and do this, it will look the same as it did in year 1. Now, I actually don't know the layout for year 2 nearly as well as I know for year 1, because, you know, I've done year 1 more. So this is going to be a bit of a test to see how well I can do. So fingers crossed I can do well, because I will need 9 eggs to beat Abigail. I've already missed that one up there, because there's a thing blocking the way. There's not one down there. Seeing any anymore. That's not good. We're okay. We got 9. That was what we needed. And a 10th for good measure. And an 11th. Why not? Why, I made a funny joke that I made last year. Ain't that grand? And your reward for winning is a prize ticket. If you've not won the hat, this is what you'll get. It is worth noting in multiplayer, the number you need to win is lowered by each person. So instead of needing 9 eggs, you only need like 6, and I think if you're doing with 4 people, you only need 4. And if you let multiple players tie, multiple players can win the prizes of either the straw hat or the prize ticket. So if you would like them, that is an opportune moment for you. Alright. Basic fertilizer. How much do I need? I have quality fertilizer, 55. So 446 and 55, that's 1. So 391 is what I'm looking at for fertilizer. All right. 391. So we're just going to be hitting this button a ton here until I get to 391 or I run out of sap, whichever happens first. And honestly, it's looking decently even, so it could go either way. Almost did, actually. Wow. So we're going to put these here. Notice that I missed a watering spot. Basically, even if I drop while trying to plant all these, I'm going to try and plant them all. I don't know if this is going to help or make it harder, but we're going to find out. Looks like I can still plant at an okay speed here. This does mean, unfortunately, there is kind of a finite limit to how many of these you can plant. Like, if I had every single tillable space available, I just don't think in a single-player run it could happen. I don't think I'd be able to get all the spots fertilized and ready to go. If there are multiple people, yeah, obviously you'd have much more of an easier time doing this because, you know, you've got 2 hands. But here, yeah, this is a little bit more difficult. That's all the spaces over there. I think I'm just going to kind of go area by area because I doubt that I'm going to have enough time to get these all planted. If I mess up a little bit, it'd be more important to get these all planted, I think. That's all she wrote, unfortunately. I'll have to plant the rest tomorrow. But it will be worth it. It will be worth it. I still got a bit of money from just the generic routine of sorts. Much lower pitched crow than usual. Alright, we've got some stuff here. Let's take a look. Queen of Sauce, do you have anything new? Hash browns, this one's simple, but that's a good thing. You'll want to shred some potatoes, add a liberal amount of salt, and fry to perfection your favorite high-heat oil. Sounds easy, right? We'll get some pointers that'll make your job a lot easier. Already know how to cook hash browns. Spirits are in good humor today. Our bonus is the Blessing of Speed. And we have mail because, yeah, we passed out. So we're billed 1,000 Gs, that is the max that they can bill you for passing out. Dear Delta, tomorrow begins a 3-day festival in Calico Desert. With the bus back in order, we're all delighted to be able to continue this time-honored, beloved tradition. There will be games, free food, prizes, and much more. Also, two townspeople are selected each day to run a little shop, so make sure you swing by and check out what they have to offer. See you there, Lewis. Yeah, that is true. There is a fair bit to go on in that whole rigmarole, so we are definitely going to want to check that out. Because again, that was not available in our first year, as we already had, or we did not have yet, the bus repaired, because it was only 2 weeks into the game, so why would we have it done at that point? It'd be a little crazy to have it done by then. Actually go ahead and just till everything and water everything that got undone here, I think. So, what is our plan looking like other than the obvious of getting the strawberry seeds fully planted and then doing the usual routine? Well, first and foremost... Oops. Yes, that is the first and foremost, is oops. First and foremost, the gifting has been reset, so we can obviously continue to do that again. Even if there's not that many people to gift now. Still want to stay on top of that. The Traveling Merchant is also available today, and we do still have plenty of money if she does have anything worthwhile. We'll obviously still be going around looking for the leeks to give to George. So if we can find any of those in a while, that would be a big help. So we'll keep our eyes peeled. And from there, we'll see what else is available. Sometimes with these longer quests, where you get 20 days instead of, like 7, which is typically about the average that you get for these. You might be able to get a second special order going, so if we're kind of in that point where nothing is really going on because we're just in a waiting process, and we've done all we can for the day on it, then we might be able to accept another one and maybe make some headway on that. Thing I do want to keep an eye out for is potentially a sturgeon in the Traveling Merchant's repertoire. Primarily because if that's the case, I would like to keep that, and I think I actually have one, but I might go ahead and build a fish pond to start getting some sturgeon roe. And the reason being is that caviar that you saw in the missing bundle, well, the only way to get that is by specifically having sturgeon roe and putting that in a preserves jar. So we are going to need to do that. So 3 additional spots. Did I miss anything up here? No. Miss anything over here? I did miss a couple spots. And since I've got 4 spots available there, I'll probably just throw in some extra stuff there. Excuse me. Work. No, not that. Cauliflower, how are we doing? 13. We'll make it 15, why not? The rest of these can go. Alright, we'll see what we get from those later on. Put that watering can away. Alright. So now that it is 10:40, I'm going to go ahead and do our traditional routine here, but I think I'm going to show it off this time. Since it is a bit out of the norm to show it, you can actually see what it looks like, because again, I think it is good to show that from time to time. How are you doing? Yeah, you're almost at full hearts. You do have the option to sell them, should you choose to do, and you will get more money for them should you sell them at full hearts. But typically, I'm going to say most of the time, you're probably going to want to just keep them. Anything new here? Yes. Another ancient fruit, and that is a gold star, so I will be keeping that one. I'll be going in here. Don't need to be eating the broccoli. I'm just going to clear out the trees here. So we got more space for all this. How are we doing? We're getting pretty close to 20 on those. So eventually those are going to start getting sold. Those will add up to everything else we've been adding in there, really. Any chance there are any leaks over in the corners here? No. No dice. Okay. Yeah, the gifting might not fully happen today, just depending on how quick I am about things, and I need to see who I need to gift, first and foremost. So I haven't lost track of who I gotta focus on. Jazz the Wizard, Sandy, Krobus, Haley, Alex, Dwarf, Kent. Okay. Am I out of something for this? Really? All three? That seems kind of surprising. Okay. Because we're pretty close to getting what we need for having Jazz's thing completed, I'm going to leave only one in there, and I'll go grab the other ingredients, I guess. I'm surprised not only we ran out, but all at once seems a bit weird. Did I throw it away by accident, maybe? Not sure what happened there. Alright, so Sandy, Krobus, Haley, Alex. Sandy, as I promised I would give her that. Krobus. Haley. Alex can have an egg. Dwarf and Kent. Dwarf will bring him, I guess, a ruby, since we picked up a fair few of those. And Kent, this is where I get to a weird spot, because Kent doesn't have a lot of loves or likes. Also, it is Haley's birthday, so we might be pretty close to done, if not fully done with her, actually. Let me check Sandy's like list. Ah, okay. These are other things I can work with. Perfect. So this will go to Kent instead. And I will change hers up for a sweet pea. It's only a gold star, but she also likes those. So that will work as well. Let's go ahead and grab Sandy's first. Followed by getting the ingredients necessary for Jazz. And we'll go from there. So it's another gifting and searching day. Sooner or later, the gifting list is just going to get lower and lower. Eventually, we're basically going to be down to just Kent, since he's the one that's going to take the most time. Hey, Sandy. Sweet peas have the most wonderful smell. It's just me alone in this big old shop. Well, except for that creepy guy in the back, but he never moves a muscle, so I often forget about him. Are you insinuating that something should happen? Because if so, I don't disapprove. I've already made this quite clear. I would romance Sandy at heartbeat if the game will let you. Since I can't romance Gus. That one's not even like a sexual way. It's like, I just want to hang out with Gus more. He's kind of awesome. Let's see. Yes, I did say. Up next. Do need to get the piece of that. I really am surprised that we ran out of wheat flour, sugar, and the wild plums all at the same time. That just baffles me. So I'm gonna grab 10 of each. You don't have anything really else. This is all similar to what we've seen before. Ah, we got a scene with Alex, which I'm going to assume means he's here. It'd be nice if he was here, so I could actually gift him something. I'm glad I waited on the other side of the door for him to stop pumping iron. Sorry I have no shirt on. I don't care. Delta, I'm meaning to talk to you about something. I've started to realize that, well, I've been really rude towards you in the past, you know, about going pro and all that. I guess I might not actually be cut out for professional sports. Maybe it was just a childish dream, you know? And I want to apologize for bragging and being annoying about it. Appreciate that you stayed friends with me through all that. Yeah, no worries, but I mean, I still think you can make it. Yeah! Look at him lift that barbell. I think that's what that is. I don't know sports. And he is, in fact, pumping iron. Can't talk. Alright, well, you can have an egg, though. Crack, slurp. No, that's what I call a snack. It was such a good snack, you put your shirt back on for it, too. I'm impressed. Must have really liked it. So the off chance Kent was down there. I guess Krobus is here, so we could quickly swing by to him. You have my house, the world of humans. I appreciate that. What do you have for your special thing today? Oh, is it a void egg again? I guess I just keep coming here on Sundays because, you know, start of the week, so doing all the gifting. Makes sense. I keep seeing the same thing rotating through. Kent, are you home by any chance? Nobody is home. Wow. I know, I mean, I just saw Sam, but I was expecting at least somebody to be here. You up here hanging out? No. I don't know why my brain was thinking Wally. Harvey is here. Haley's probably going to be hanging out over by the forest, but I can check the wrong house like a dumbass. Yeah, she's not here. Emily is, but Haley is not. So I'm going to assume she's out doing her photography thing. Hopefully she is, because it's her birthday, so I really don't want to miss her gift. Oh, that was a bit poopy. She's not here. I'd say I'm going to check on where she is, but I think I might have a guess. Also, hi, Jazz. Had a nightmare that the house is on fire. Well, with any luck, I'll actually be back with a gift for you to make you feel better. I think where she might be, theoretically, and a few other people might be that I'm missing, they might be at the community center, because again, they like to hang out there once it's completed. Let's throw those little extra pieces that I don't need in there. These can go in here. Yeah, it took 2 wild plums, but only 1 wheat flour and sugar. That seems odd. I would have thought it would have been the other way around. But okay. Alright, we'll grab Jazz and then the wizard, and that'll give me a chance to quickly run around this area and look for the leaks. Wow, thank you. Yeah, no worries. We're almost there with Sandy. 9 hearts. I'd say I'm surprised we're not with, like, fully at 10 hearts with the wizard, because it seems like I've been gifting him a lot, but also I did start late on gifting him, because, again, I'm just bad about not coming over here. I think I checked the traveling merchant. You didn't have anything of any real... I'll take that, just because it's hard-ish to find. The rest of these I'm okay without. Hey, Abigail. What are you doing out here? Oh, I just gave you the Void Essence, didn't I? Well, let's see how the wizard feels about a ruby. Probably not very, Oh, no, he actually was okay with that. Well, it could have gone worse. I can grab another gemstone, because the dwarf's available at any time of day, so it's not too big a deal if I take too much time on getting to him. 50 seconds left on that coffee. I do need to try and keep my speed up high here for this. This is why that idea of, like, gifting 100 love gifts in 2 weeks can be hard, though, of, like, just trying to reach everybody in time. Thankfully, you only have 2 per week, so as long as you keep on top of it, it's usually okay. 3 if they've got a birthday that week. But still, if you're missing, like, 5 or 6 people and it was the last day, it's like, oh man, I gotta really put the pedal to the metal here. Let's move all this stuff down here that I don't need. Daffodil I still need. So who is it other than Haley that I haven't gifted? Because now I've lost track. Kent. Kent was the other person. Okay. I feel like Haley's probably home by now. And Kent might be outside or near his home as well. But of the two, Haley's the more important for today, specifically. Happy birthday! You got this for me? Wow, Delta, this is the best gift ever. Wow, looks like someone's read the latest issue of Super Fashion Girl. Muddy boots are totally in right now. I feel like that was condescending, but she meant it to be nice. But whatever. 4. Oh, she must be in here. Yep. I was about to say she must be at max because I don't see her towards the bottom anymore. So, yeah. So now we are at Jazz, Sandy, Wizard, Alex, Dwarf, Kent, Krobus. And then there were 7. Got a routine to keep you busy. That's a good thing. Too much freedom can be stifling. We all benefit from having some structure in our lives. Indeed we do. Here you go. Hey, Shane. Try to cut back on the drinks. It's not going to be easy. Yeah, it can still be tough. For the record, beer is still on his like list. You can still give it to him. But, at least for me personally, if somebody's, like, you know, trying to cut back on the drinking, I would probably not give them something that makes them, you know, potentially fall back into that habit. Just a thought. Pretty obvious one, but yeah. Again, pizza and peppers, which you can buy and grow, are pretty easy. Pepper poppers, if you want to make them something, are also easy. So, like, there's definitely other options. You're not really forced into that. Some more carrots. So if I get space, I'll be sure to grow those. I did see that artifact spot up there, don't worry. I'm looping around. Yes, 2 more. Alright, we're at 9 now. Another 2, 11. Okay. Okay. So we only need 1 more, and we've got 15 days. Basically, we've got it in the bag with the wild seeds. This is going to be basically impossible now to fail, since we planted like 50 of them. I don't think there's time for me to go back to Evelyn's and put those in her oven, since that's where she decided to store them, to hide them. Hopefully she doesn't turn that oven on and, you know, set the house on fire. And there we go. That's it, right there. 12 weeks. Alright, all we gotta do is deliver those at some point. Like I said, I'm going to presume that she is closed for the day. But it's done, and that's the important thing. Since we have some time, and the mayor doesn't close his doors until pretty late, I do want to get that prize ticket in for the extra kegs, but also I want to see if there's anything on that extra board. There might not be, but I haven't really been looking at it diligently, so now would be a good opportunity to check and see. Again, I'm going to assume this door is, yep, closed at 8. That's alright. His doesn't close till like 10 or 11. You get plenty of time. And yeah, it looks like this is not... The quest board, rather, does not have anything. Alright. An extra 4 kegs. Up next will be some diamonds. Ooh, that's a very good item that's coming up there. I don't know if we've seen one yet, but very, very good item to have. We could work on our keg storage as well. It wouldn't take up much of the day, but that's another thing we could do. I'm going to leave these down here for now. I highly doubt that strawberry wine is ready. And even if it is, no big deal, because we don't need it right away. So first, I'm going to drop these off, as I do not need them. That's not what I wanted to do. Put the albacore back up. I have no need for these. They can get sold. I'll even throw in the coconuts, because Haley's got max friendship with us now, so we're good on that front, too. Very soon we're going to have that festival coming up. In fact, I think it's actually tomorrow that it shows up. Cool, that's another set of 4. And out of curiosity, how many can we make? We're pretty much good on all the other materials. It's going to depend on oak resin. We can make 6 more. So let's do it. I don't think I checked the spot, like, around the bus. I'm going to check just to be double sure. I don't need the leaks anymore, but yeah, I'm kind of curious. Yeah, either I checked it or there's just nothing here. Could be either one. I'll take that extra bit of moss, though. Actually, 2 extra bits of moss. That is another reason if you want to plant trees, is you could put a bunch of tappers on them to be doing this way faster than I am. That is also an option. It's one of those things of, like, you see a lot of new players make that mistake of chopping down every tree, and it's like, no, you should keep a small section of trees somewhere on the map that you can put tappers on, because you don't have to be a very high level to be able to do that, so. Alright, so we can't do that quest right now. That one we can't really do either. What else can we do for the day? We don't really have a lot of time here. So, I think our best bet is just to do a little bit of fishing. Since we have a little bit of time left in the day. We could probably make like 2 or 3 catches. Just a little bit of extra income, a little bit of mastery skill. It's weird to have a day where we run around like that because we're not getting stuck in pause menus and stuff, so the day goes by a lot faster. Maybe this will smoothen it out a little bit. It'd be weird to see a timer that's... Yeah, I'm not even at 40 minutes right now. And some stuff might be cut out, so it might be less for you, but I'm at 38 minutes and 30 seconds here. And that can obviously be edited or adjusted. But when we have longer ones like this, you know, where it's a lot of fishing, you get longer episodes, and then I have to edit in a birthday, which I don't need to do anymore until we meet somebody new. But that won't be for a bit of time. But at least we got the festival coming up tomorrow, which is good. It'll give us something to look forward to. I did say that I need to look into a fish pond, but I need to see if I've got a sturgeon first. I know where I want to put that fish pond. And so if I do have the sturgeon, I may go ahead and sort of prepare that area. There's not too much to remove from that area, luckily, but I do know where I want to put it. Which is where I typically put it, because it's a nice and easy spot. Alright, I think this will be our last one. Oh, this one's going a little jumpy. Oh, just a chub. It's a very jumpy one, I guess. See, I'll take a look and see if we've kept any sturgeon. Oops. The thing is, the way the fish ponds work in order to get the roe from them more effectively is you put in a certain amount and then they'll ask for an item. The fish will, yes. They'll ask for a certain item, you'll give it to them, and then you have higher capacity to put more of them into that pond, and you just repeat that until you're at max, and then that will give you the highest total amount that you can get. Do I have one? ST... Doesn't look like I kept it. Oh, no, I did. There's one right here. There's just a lot of ones that start with an S. Wow, a lot. It's pretty much almost that entire row. That's the only thing on that row that's not starting with an S. So I do have one, so maybe I'll go ahead and get that started, and it would be over here. But I'll make that decision at a later date. Just something to keep in mind for the future. I need to re-add those cranberries, but I am out of time to do that. So, let's just end the day. Hi again. I wasn't expecting to see you so soon. Alright, later. She can still show up. Like, she can give you one of those void chickens, or void eggs, rather, as long as you have a spot in your coop to have another chicken. And I did. I still do. Just was not expecting to see her again so quickly. Took her forever to show up the first time, and now it seemed like it was almost back-to-back there. That was a higher-pitched crow than usual. But that will do it for this episode. We're getting close to 900,000 here. And we're getting pretty close to master level as well. So next time on Stardew Valley, we've got that event that's coming up. I do still want to try to gift the remaining people that I can. Jazz, Sandy, the Wizard, Krobus, Alex, Kent, and the Dwarf. Kent has actually caught up to the Dwarf, which is odd. I guess I didn't gift him, that's probably why. Completely forgot about him. Oh well. So yes, I still do want to gift, and obviously I want to finish up that quest by getting the leeks put into the oven, quote-unquote. So we'll finish that up, and then we'll see what this whole event is all about. It's a 3-day-long event, and there's quite a bit that can go on, so we'll see how that plays out. Until then, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Later.